Okay, good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Welcome to another episode of the LegacyKnitz Podcast. My name is Chelsea.
My name is Sue.
I am the daughter mother,
I am the mother grandmother,
and I'm coming to you from Vermont,
Connecticut.
and that's our spiel.
No wonder we even know it anymore.
I know, especially, my gosh. Feels like it's such a Monday today. I don't know why. My head is in such a cloud.
It's such a Monday, but for me, I had such a busy, I wanted to work all weekend to be ready for today.
Mm-hmm.
But all weekend I was off. Friday felt like Saturday, Saturday felt like Sunday.
Mm-hmm. I totally agree. I wonder what it is.
I know, but having said that, I love when I have the energy to work on a weekend because it gets me ahead.
You can start the week feeling like,
yeah, I wasn't working backwards, so it's all good.
good. I know I was so excited when you sent me those pictures yesterday, and
I know we'll talk about that later, but I am so happy with what is happening right now.
same.
Can we just talk about the weather for 1 minute?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, yesterday I wasted all day waiting for it to rain. It was sunny, beautiful. I wasted it. Could have been floating, in between dying. No, it's gonna rain. Don't go outside. It could rain.
I get it.
So now today I was like, don't do any laundry because I'm a line hanger outer. We all know that.
Right.
Besides the fact that the dryer is broken, I still haven't called the guy because I'm too lazy. And I'm not sure I want him coming in my house right now.
Yeah, we're still very much in the middle of a pandemic. I wouldn't.
Yeah, and I don't need it. But yeah, no, I shouldn't wash clothes today. It's going to rain.
Not raining.
Beautiful out.
See, we haven't had beautiful. We've had overcast and muggy, so it feels like literally any minute it's going to open up. But I totally know what you mean. Just like putting your life on pause while you wait for.
Because it's going to rain all week. I feel like it's probably not going to rain a drop, and I'm going to be waiting for it all week long. That's ridiculous. That says something about my personality, and I don't know what it is, but
I don't know.
It's fine.
I definitely feel like I kind of do the same thing where it's like, well, it's going to rain, so let's not plan anything fun outside because then it'll be a disappointment. Like, I don't want to disappoint myself, I think.
For me, it's not even that. I didn't want to use all that energy to get into a bathing suit and float. How much energy could that possibly take? I knew the minute I put it on, it would start raining.
I know.
Nope.
I know.
It started raining at 9 o'clock last night.
Oh, yeah, I think we got some overnight, actually, now that you're saying that. I'm trying to get these ugly wires out of the shop, but.
I know. You know what? We needed to get a podcast up so badly that it is what it is. Our background's meaning that. If you ever saw what this room looks like and what I'm in the middle of and how much yarn I have everywhere.
That's kind of fun, though. I'm in the middle of Toyland right now.
You are, excuse me. And little Charlie goes awake, but let's talk about her. Oh, I should shut that quieter. We are doing some sleep training, meaning you.
You were very much involved at the beginning.
At the beginning, but not anymore. And she's doing let's report, she's doing a good job.
She's doing a really good job. She's getting 2 solid naps in a day.
I wanted to go to voicemail.
It will if you just click the side button.
Oh, that's what I did. Okay.
Yeah.
So sorry about that. Keep going.
But her night sleep has not been as good as it was. So I think it's just kind of a shake-up, just an all-around shake-up. I'm excited for the night where I go to sleep, and you can come in here, Jess. Oh, okay. Where I fall asleep and I don't have to wake up for longer than an hour or 2.
You are such a trooper. Holy moly, you're hanging in there.
I'm trying. I mean, I feel like I could definitely be more proactive about finding ways to get her to sleep better at night. But in my gut, I know this is just her reacting to the new naps. And I know she's just finding a new rhythm. So instead of stressing myself out like crazy, trying to fix it really quick, I'm trying to give her a little bit of like a grace period to just kind of find a new rhythm. So we'll see. Talk to me in a week. I might not feel that way, but
You know, well, it's very smart of you to go at it that way.
it's really laziness. It's just me putting pretty words around being lazy.
It's prioritizing where you have energy and where you don't.
True.
And that's that time management of energy never stops.
Yeah, I'm realizing that.
Oh, okay. Look at her.
So can you see her? Oh, yeah, you can.
You just see her little head.
So she, so yeah, we have about an hour to get this done before she goes down for her next nap.
So we're on it.
So we are on it. Like,
what are you working on there? Look how much you've gotten done.
listen, garter stitch is like breathing for me.
I totally understand because I'm doing the same, but tell us more because you have gotten so much done.
Okay, so this wasn't even a thought the last time we podcast because it was over a month ago that we podcast. So I cast on, so I was hitting this wall with all of my projects because they were requiring more thought than I was able to give to a knitting project. And I just kept finding myself when I had a few minutes to be creative, I was stifled and I was just like, there was nothing that I could pick up and just like enjoy. So I finally, after seeing your Vertices unite for the like 50th time, I was like, why am I stopping myself from casting something like that on? So I searched through Stephen West's Ravelry shop and I came across a garter shawl that I had actually never heard of before of his. But I fell in love with it. It's called the Spring Cleaning Shawl. And it's a short rows, so I'm not going to be able to open it all the way up, but you get a pretty good idea.
It is so, oh my gosh, it is gorgeous.
Thank you. And it's almost all Legacy Fiber Arts yarn, I would say. So this is Foxtails, this orange.
Your favorite.
My favorite. This is Peaches and Cream. This is a hedgehog that I bought a long time ago. It's getting super blown out.
I can see it. It's just,
You can tell.
I can't even tell you how much I want to make this.
You should. It flies. Like I think it's a lot faster than the Vertices Unite because the sections aren't as big and the short rows make it so that the rows start long and get shorter. So you really gather momentum as you're knitting each section.
I love it. And what is the last color?
This is Hush Puppy. And this was, I think, Polar Express.
Golden Ticket or?
I've been calling it Golden Ticket.
I think it's Golden Ticket. Oh.
But I love how like this section and this section are the same, but this one's going to obviously be bigger, but they're the only two speckles.
Love it so much.
And then I'm thinking of doing tuxedo on this side, and I'm not sure what on the other side because there's going to be these two triangles on either side of this yellow as well, and then it will be done.
Oh my gosh.
It's amazing, and I love how there are contrasting, or not contrasting, but like little strips of color in between.
Yes, so you're using one color for that.
Kind of. So I started by just doing all of the stripes, the Golden Ticket color. And then when I knew I was going to be transferring into the big section of Golden Ticket, I used Foxtails.
Oh.
And then I think on the top, I'll probably use Foxtails again. I'm trying to keep it a pretty small color palette. Like I'm not knitting it the way he did, where it was just kind of like all the crazy scraps that he could find. I'm trying to keep it a more cohesive look.
Mm-hmm.
I
love it.
It's been my saving grace. It's helped me to fall back in love with knitting.
So is it going to be a triangle? I can't remember I love a good
It'll be
triangle.
just a big triangle, so you can use it as a scarf or, as a shawl, which I tend to do in the fall and winter time, just over my shoulders. So yeah, I'm in love with it. It's all fingering weight yarn. I'm knitting it using, Knitter's Pride Zings.
What size?
These are size US 5, so 3.75 millimeter.
And I tend to use 4s on my shawls. I'm a size 4 shawl knitter. with finger weight.
I like a little bit of a looser. For me personally, I like a little looser, but fours would make a beautiful fabric as well.
I'm making it.
You should. You will fly through it if you're really, because are you knitting your vertices right now? Is that what you're working on?
Well, I'm not knitting it right now because I really want to get that sock done, but I've gotten a lot done since last time. You haven't even seen it.
No, I remember I asked you last time, but it was like tucked far away, so I couldn't see. Oh my gosh, Mom.
So I have to do this.
I love the grello. Is it the grello?
Oh, grello is one. Look at this.
It's gorgeous. Oh my gosh. I love the striping effect. It's so like, it adds so much depth.
I may have to pull this out later. I'm in a real pickle. I'm in a real pickle right now. When have I ever said that in my entire life? I'm in a bit of a pickle right now because I have fallen back in love with knitting and stitching equally.
I can't imagine having, because I've never had anything that competes for my attention at an equal.
Yeah. Well, quite often, sometimes stitching draws me more than knitting. But now I want to do both. And I just bought all the floss for 2 giant pieces that I want to cut the fabric, which we won't talk about here because I am now a floss tuber.
Yes.
Myself and my great friend Rachel of Treehouse Knits. It's called Floss Toss.
I'll link it down below.
Yes, link it down below. If you haven't seen it yet, we are having so much fun with it. And I love that we don't have to do it here anymore because it was always an add-on here and it was always like really fast. And I love giving it the appropriate amount of attention and time.
And I don't have enough knowledge to engage in appropriate conversation because I'm not very well versed in the art. So I feel like it must be so nice to have somebody else that is so, deep into the art form.
Yes, I agree. I had never thought of it that way. Like it always felt like, because you know enough and I did it for so long, but it might be a little true.
Sure.
But anyways, I went out today and got floss for 2 giant projects and I have to cut the fabric and I want to start them both tonight. And I want to work on this and I want to finish the sock. I'm in a real pickle here, people. This is going to be the name. And look at the green that I'm holding up as I say. Sorry.
Honestly, I have so much faith that you will be able to do all of those things in a very manageable amount of time. I think you will. Do you want to know what else though? I've been watching Crazy Sock Lady, Kay, who we love. I actually haven't watched her vlog in a while, but I was on a streak where I was watching her daily vlogs, and her time management around project, knitting productively is unbelievable to me. She'll dedicate like a half an hour to this project and then a half an hour to this project, on and off all day, and she gets so much done.
She does get a lot, and I'm terrible. I've not watched any, but I see them come up, but I know enough of what I've seen to make that's very clear to me that she is very good at time management.
Yes.
I am a multitasker, and having had 3 kids, like that piece of multitasking has never gone away. It's when other people get in my way.
I get it.
Like even blocking, in my space. I really struggle with people in my space.
I get it.
It's the introvert in me and the creative. This is so beautiful. And the creative side of me that needs that flow of moving from place to place without. I really wish I wasn't that way, but I am.
It's okay though. Embrace it, and I feel like if you can try and find a workaround, or knowledge is power.
I find I just get a little frustrated. That's the only problem.
Yeah.
But anyways, I am loving this and I am going to finish it. I think all I have left is one more of these smaller kind of triangles. This has to go up to here.
Oh, so that's a pretty big section then.
It is, but it goes really fast. Yeah. The only thing I'm not loving about this is the managing of the
back and
there's
forth.
so much back and forth, and it's a long tail. So I'm spending some time managing the fabric itself.
Mm.
And I'm sure that's just me not doing it correctly.
I think with any sizable shawl, that becomes part of the puzzle.
I do think the bind off is going to take me quite a while.
Now, is it an I-cord all the way around the edge?
I'm hoping, and I think so.
Yeah, that'll be beautiful, but it will take you a while.
I love it. I like you, am absolutely in love with knitting again.
Yes.
Mindless knitting.
Agree, because I am definitely not at a place where I can pick up anything complicated. I've also resolved that I'm frogging one very big project that's been holding up some space in my brain. So we'll talk about that.
Okay.
And I think that has also contributed to my big like breath of, okay, like now I can get back to it.
I'm getting out of sock plucker. I totally understand that. And yeah, I just have so much, like we are hitting our like prime season right now, which I am so excited about. So excited about everything going on right now because it's busy and it's multitasking and it's what I love doing. So,
go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, so I love having things sitting here like a sock or this shawl that in between as I'm waiting on things or I just need to sit for 5 minutes that I can just pick it up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and the thing that I love about being yarn dyers and being in the knitting world in general is that summertime is great. Sure. I love it. You can do a lot of things outside. But in my opinion, there's nothing better than fall. And because we are yarn dyers, we prepare for fall during the summer.
Yeah.
So we get the best of, yeah, I'm enjoying the summer, but I'm also like already building that fire for fall in my heart and in like my knitting and my fingers. Like, I love that we are thinking of fall in the summer. Is that weird?
Well, and it's funny because everything I've ever done, I've had to be a season ahead. I've actually used to have to be a year ahead when I was designing greeting cards. You're a full season ahead. Like, well, I think July is usually like you start Christmas. And even when I was designing needlework, this was our time of like you amp up. Part of me is like, oh, I just want to lay back and relax. But I love being super busy and going, I'm just going to jump in the pool. What a luxury that is for me. Like, I am so lucky. Yeah, I can be up to my eyeballs in sweat and then be like, yep, I'm jumping in the pool. Because no, I don't have an air conditioning in here and everybody wants me to, but I don't want one.
I think it's fair. You are not an air conditioning girl. You're a one.
I hate air conditioning. Unless we were fortunate enough to have central air, then I could deal with it. I love windows being open. Like in my room right now, and I have a lot of windows in this room, this tiny little room. And I love that if they were all closed right now, I would feel like that isn't okay with dyes and
right.
I want the air flowing in here. So yeah, I love summer and I mean, we're all about fall right now.
I love it so much.
I know. And you know what? Knitters love fall. I challenge any knitter out there to tell me that fall isn't their favorite season.
Because you know what? Like festival season, I mean, granted this year's going to be a little bit different, but it's the kickoff to like our cozy up and get your yarn out, and I love it.
It feels like it's going to be different, but at the same time, as a yarn dyer, it doesn't really feel any different to me. Like, I feel like we're going to still have all the yarns of it. You know what I mean? Like, we are fortunate enough to have an online business. Like, that is such a gift. And we are so lucky in the pandemic situation that we are still in case anyone was thinking we weren't. We
right.
are.
Yes.
I love when Danny says that, and Gemma darling.
Oh my gosh, I know.
I love every time she says it because she's so right. So yeah.
I know. We're still very much in the middle of a pandemic.
We are. We are fortunate enough to live in areas that have done a lot of the work, and we seem to be able to maintain that, what do you call that?
Plateau.
Yeah, but I'm not holding my breath.
No, I'm still very much in this. Like I'm very much like battened down. But anyway, okay, let's keep talking knitting.
Yeah, let's keep talking knitting. So what else have you been working on?
So I wanted to show this project because the last time we podcasted, we had talked about possible ways for me to knit a project with fingering weight yarn, even though it required DK weight yarn. And I cast on the Pierre shawl.
Oh, yes. Yeah. I was like, oh, wait, I don't know what we're talking about.
So remember, so I had dyed up some yarn with avocado pits and skins, just as like a fun experiment, because I had a whole bunch saved up and I had some leftover yarn from when I was dyeing downstairs. So I dyed up 4 skeins of Cozy Toes with avocado. Hi. Hi.
Oh, Charlie, girl, you hear Grammy's voice.
No, Justin's over here too. So yeah, I dyed up 4 skeins. Well, now 5. I dyed up another one. Sorry, everything's getting so blown out, but
it's way darker than that.
It's way darker than, I mean, not, yeah.
No.
Here.
Oh, getting better.
This is probably as close.
Yeah.
Anyway, so, but because the pattern I wanted to knit required DK weight yarn, you had suggested holding a strand of mohair with the fingering. And that was going to be my plan until I thought about the fact that I needed half the yardage of each of these skeins. And I wasn't really wanting to have mohair by my neck for this one. So I'm holding it double. So I'm going to hold it back here so that you guys can see.
It is so gorgeous.
Thank you. This, well, you've knit this shawl before.
I love that shawl.
It's a fantastic knit. Oh, look, there we go.
Oh, it's so, the texture, and I love the subtle color in that is so, you are going to live in that.
I know. Well, and that's the whole reason I didn't want to have mohair, because I like mohair as like around my, like with a shawl, but not when I wear it every single day. And I have a few real staple shawls. I have my Brune shawl by Melody Hoffman. I have my Golden Hour by Andrea Mowry. And then I think this is going to be my really lighter colored go-to shawl. And I knew mohair would kind of be a turnoff for me if it was going to be a staple in my wardrobe. So I held it double. I believe I'm getting gauge. I don't swatch for shawls because they're shawls.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a really nice size. It's going to have a lot of room to grow because of the texture and the fiber.
And you're going to block that. It's going to get even bigger.
Which I'm excited about. So I just wanted to update progress on that. I did cast it on, but I am holding double, not mohair. And I did say it's the Pierre shawl. It is by Stephen West, and I'm in love with it. I highly recommend this project.
I did all that because I made it with DK weight and loved every single second of it.
It's so much fun because the minute you start to get bored with one section, he switches it on you. Additionally, I think this would be gorgeous as a one color shawl. So if you have 4 or 5 skeins of DK weight yarn as a solid color, like I'm picturing it in like a an olive green, I think it would be beautiful.
You know what, I'm so in love with Edward still. That is a color that I will never ever get tired. I think it'd be gorgeous in Edward.
I just think it's such a versatile, fun shawl to knit with. Oh, that Lily. She has the cord for the air conditioner again. She put it down. So yes, I just wanted to update on progress with that. So yeah, it's a great knit. Like we said, we can't recommend it more. And I'll link all of my project pages down below, and I'll have all of Mom's project info down below as well for anybody that is
perfect
curious about it.
All I have left is to go into what I've knit with our new yarn. So if you have anything else.
Okay, so I have 2 more things. One's going to be really quick, and the other I'm going to talk about why I'm frogging it and what it was. So the first thing I'm going to show is finally I'm going to be finishing a project, which I literally cannot believe because it's been months and months and months and months since I finished something. A garment, at least. So this is my Forager by Melody Hoffman. I believe I showed it last time.
Are you so excited?
I'm so excited. It is knit with 1 skein of Plotulopi and 1 skein of our or I shouldn't say one skein, one strand of Clotulope and one strand of our cloud mohair. I don't remember exactly the yardage for each, but again, my project page is down below. And I love it. And I've literally had, like, so I just started knitting it the other day, but I had this much left before I was totally done. And I finally was like, why am I not just finishing it? I had 2 more decreases and the cuff.
Even just to get it put away, right?
Yes.
That's what makes me crazy. It's like, if I could, because they're all just almost done. Everything's almost done. It's like,
and right there surrounding you. Like
yes, little in my way and taking up space that it doesn't need to take up. It drives me insane.
Yes, yes. Especially because I have this one basket that I use to transport all of my projects, like whether I'm upstairs with Charlie or down here with Lily or outside. It's just the thing I can pick up, and I know there's going to be something in there for me to work on. And I have 3 different garments in there right now. Like, why? So I picked it up. I'm about 1.5 inches away from finishing this cuff because it is a rather large cuff. But once I cast off, literally I have to weave in this end, and then I think there's one more end. I'll need this end, and then an end at the bottom, and I'm done. It doesn't need blocking. It doesn't need anything. I can fold it up and tuck it away.
And get rid of whatever extra yarn that you don't need. So excited. I know.
So excited. So I wanted to show you that because I'm really excited to have it done. I was kind of hopeful I'd have it done for today, but
I love it. I love the drape on that. I can feel the drape on that. It's my favorite. Where it doesn't, like, it maintains a shape. It doesn't contour to your body, which a lot of the super wash just kind of like, I like a heavier structure to a sweater. I really love that.
Same. And it's going to be, it hits right below my hip bone. So it won't be super cropped, but it'll kind of just be a really nice length.
It'll be perfect for you.
So yeah, I'm very excited about it. I think I'm going to live in it this winter, especially maybe even fall, like not wearing a jacket, just having this. Anyway, I wanted to show you that. And then let me just talk about what I'm going to frog because I need to get it out of my brain. And I'm going to reuse the yarn for something, I think a shawl. Because you know what, these stupid shoulders, and it's not the pattern, it is completely me and my lack of ability to sit down and really decipher the pattern. I look at it. So this is the Rift t-shirt by, oh my gosh, Jacqueline Cieslak. And this is our Fox Paws colorway and our non-superwash yarn. And it's beautiful and I love it, but you know what? It's not, well, one, I can't figure out I lost all my momentum. So I did the back shoulder shaping here and I attached it and I was on such a roll and I put it down because I was like, I'll just do the other one. I know like the girls woke up from a nap or something and I was like, I'll do the other one afterwards. Picked it up, had no idea what I was doing. And it's been sitting in my project bag ever since. I've tried looking at it probably 3 or 4 times to no avail, and I'm just done. I'm done with the brain space that it's taking up. So I'm frogging it and I'm going to, what's that?
I totally get that.
It's too much right now. So I'm going to frog it and I'm going to find a gorgeous either cowl or shawl. Part of me says cowl because like you said, I love the structure that a non-superwash offers. And I know Andrea Mowry has a really gorgeous, like huge cowl cabled that I'm thinking will look really nice in this yarn.
That would be gorgeous. You're so good. I won't even tell you what I would do because we would get hate mail.
What would you do?
I would just throw it out.
Oh, I love the yarn too much to throw it out. I like begged you for this yarn and I love it so much.
I know. Because I dyed it, I can say that. If I bought it, I wouldn't say that.
Oh, no.
Because you know what it would do now for me? It would sit until I did that, which would, that would just take too much time.
It's going to be it will probably be a process that I record for Patreon. So it's going to create like, I don't know, like a lesson to be learned. Like it's going to.
That's true. That would be good for you too, for people to see that.
Right. So anyways, that is all the knitting I have to talk about. My hair is just a hot mess.
I got a cut since last time, but since we haven't recorded in so long, no one saw how long it was.
It still is so beautiful, but.
Well, I'm going to get another cut already. Now I'm in a panic. Like, you got to get your hair cut as often as possible because you never know when you couldn't get it cut again.
Before everything hits the fan again and we're all locked down. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So I decided to cast on a sock because we have dyed up all of our new Hocus Pocus.
So let's talk about, it's our 5th fall dyeing yarn. We started dyeing yarn in the fall of 2016. So we had 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, and now 2020. And because of that, we are resurrecting all of our old Hocus Pocus colorways, which was our first ever shop update.
First ever dyeing. I should have all the old ones, but I don't. I'm not one that keeps anything like that.
That was 5 years ago.
I know. And that would never happen. So this one is actually called, what is she doing?
Oh my God, she was freaked me out. I saw the curtain blowing in the breeze and no lily. She is literally, I'm going to die a very young age. Because
it's her window, but her windows are shut.
It is, but she's pulling on the cord to her air conditioner. So I'm afraid, but it's screwed in. It's not just sitting there willy-nilly. I'm just so afraid that she's going to be the one child strong.
She is definitely at the testing stage for sure.
Yes.
For sure. She is.
But anyway, she's alive. She's well. I can see her now. But you can continue.
Let's keep her in full view. So anyways, this is the, I have to find the right one. This one is called Hocus Pocus, which we did not have a Hocus Pocus colorway last time. I don't think we actually had the colorway. We had all of the sisters and Spellbook.
Spellbook, I think you're right.
And I didn't resurrect Spellbook yet. I might, but right now I wanted to get the sisters and Hocus Pocus out.
And they're just sock kits right now.
Right now, their sock kits and minis are the only thing in the shop. Now, having said that, I can dye it in any base, no problem. But so I did the heeled do-si-do of K's, and I love this pattern so much.
It's beautiful.
So much. So yeah, so then Mary I did twice. The first one is behind me and we're not using it because it just didn't speak to she just has a darker look. It was too whimsical. It just didn't fit her.
Okay.
So this is Mary Sanderson.
I love it.
Now, you need to see it knit up because that is the game changer.
I think that's probably my favorite one that you've dyed.
I love this so much.
And I love the orange you chose as a contrasting.
I do too. I love it. So this one is Mary, and I'm doing the monkey sock, which is my favorite.
I know. You started like 3 hours ago.
The monkey, did I stop? Yeah, I stopped midway in the heel. The monkey sock knits itself. And anybody that's made it will go, yep, I know exactly what you mean. This was yesterday, in between getting all the dyeing done.
I know. It's insane to me how fast you knit those. Or I guess how fast they knit themselves.
They knit themselves. Okay, so those were the two, because I was so anxious. I want to have all the sisters on my feet through the month of October.
I love that.
And you know what? So many orders already have ordered all the girls all together.
I know. I keep seeing that coming in. And I'm like, oh my God,
so much
fun.
Okay, so these are the sisters. Oh, I love them so much. So this is so Winnie.
So wait, isn't that Hocus Pocus again?
I was like, what am I looking at? Yes.
Okay, that's
so
Winnie.
This is so Winnie. This originally was going to be Winnie. And then I was like, nope, she needs more, like I wanted a different technique. Like I didn't do speckling. That one has speckling. So Winifred, Sarah. Oh, I love Sarah.
Sarah's gorgeous. I loved the first Sarah, but this Sarah,
I love it. I love it.
I do too.
And then we have Mary. So Winnie, Sarah, and Mary.
They complement each other so beautifully.
I know. I think it was Natalie, Remembrance Pottery, said, if you take away those minis, did you realize like you dyed them to all go together? But that is kind of my style of dyeing. It's like I can't help it. It just happens.
Mm-hmm.
So these are the 4 sock kits of Knit Focus Anniversary Edition. And then this is the mini set. And it has all of them. And then this green is not showing up as, it is vibrant fluorescent. It's fluorescent.
Because that looks like guac. It's not guac.
It's not guac. It's not, I don't know how to get it to look. It's so bright.
It is. And you know what? That's such a hard picture or a color to photograph, just generally.
So I love these so much. I would be tempted to use Denise's. I think she did a tutorial on like striping socks. I would be so tempted to do this color, except there's not enough with just this. Or get even a vanilla bean, like pick a color.
Yeah, a main color.
Silver lining and put those all in there.
You should almost dye up like a pumpkin colorway, like a full skein that maybe people could pair with it. Yeah.
Well,
like
we
make it a full 100 grain.
Yeah, I think we have pumpkin pie. That would be perfect for it.
Yeah, I think they'd just be so Halloweeny. You could call them like your witchy socks.
Between those and the 13 Screams of Halloween, which if there's either 1 or 2 left. Oh my God. Oh, she's such a little pumpkin. Hi, Charlie girl. Hey. Hi.
Oh my gosh, I have to tell you, not to interrupt our whole spiel, but last night I was sitting in bed feeding her because she woke up crying. And then I put her on my chest and I was kind of just like kissing her on her chest and snuggling her. And it hit me like a Mack truck that I am in like the final month of her sleeping next to me. And I got devastatingly sad. I was like, how can this even be?
She has grown so fast because a piece of this pandemic that is very odd is how fast time is going. And just look at that face. Charlie girl.
Like, how is she already 5 months old? I don't understand.
I don't know, because we've been able to see her so little because that's just the way it is right now. Hi, Charlie. Hi. Say, Grammy, come on over. Come on. Oh my gosh.
Like, what am I going to do? Like, what am I going to do?
Why do you think we have been? I'm telling you, it's real. The struggle is real.
I was literally devastated, like just sitting there devastated.
I know. Believe me, I know. Oh my gosh.
Okay, sorry.
So anyway, what were we talking about?
I was talking about how we have a couple more of our 13 Screams of Halloween countdown mini skein sets. We also have our Advent kits available because I know a lot of people had been asking last time we podcasted when that was going to happen. They're available now. Mm-hmm. And we are also going to be listing our Hanukkah, 8 skeins of Hanukkah mini skein sets this week. Probably today, honestly. I just need to get my act together and do it.
Yes, so those will go in, and oh my gosh, go back and look on our Instagram feed to see those 13 Screams of Halloween because, oh my gosh.
If I think of it, I will try to put a picture here on the screen. If while I'm editing, I can.
It's kind of such a tease though, because literally I think there's 1 or 2 left.
I know, that's true. So maybe I won't do that.
You still can. And originally I was like, do I do more? Don't I do more? I really have hit my capacity for those. Like to be able to do more is near impossible.
Well, and not to mention our yarn supplier, we are kind of cutting it close with the yarn. Hang on, I'll be right back.
Yeah. So yeah. Yeah, we're waiting on some yarn to get back in stock, which is not a problem. I have all the minis out there for Advent already. I'm dipping into them a little, but it's not going to be a problem. And I do think once these are all gone, I have enough to do them in the sparkle. So I'm going to do that.
I think those would be so fun. All right.
Oh my gosh.
So Charlie.
All right. Is she down?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good work. You won the battle of the afternoon.
At least for the next 10 minutes.
I know. I know.
I never give myself that much credit until it's actually true.
I know. Can't even remember where we left off.
I think we were talking about the mini skein kits that we have available.
Yeah, so Hanukkah will go up.
Today.
Christmas is in there, yeah.
I'm gonna make a collection, and I'm gonna feature the whole collection of all of the mini skein kits that we have on our front page. So that should be, if you guys are watching this, it'll be up now.
Perfect. So exciting. I'm so excited to hit that busy season.
Same.
It always just feels so good because it just feels like you wake up in the morning, you have it set out what you're going to do for that day, and you get it done, and it just feels good.
I know. I totally agree. Totally agree.
You know, so my goal for today is okay, you want to talk about what we're watching?
Yes.
The Americans. You guys
yes.
Watch.
Are you loving it?
I am loving it. I'm loving having something to look forward to at night because summer TV is terrible. Well, in my eyes. I watch so little real TV, like network TV.
And I think a lot of the summer TV has been canceled, like didn't actually happen.
Probably. I think it's a lot of game show. I'm not in, I mean, I love Jeopardy and I love Wheel of Fortune, but I forego those now to watch the Americans because I want to get in 2 episodes a night.
Okay, so we should start then because we're kind of at a standstill with we just finished watching the morning show. Which you need to watch as well.
I know. I think we have to subscribe to Apple TV. There's so much good TV going on over there.
I need to do a little more exploring now that we finished because I know there's a whole bunch of really good series.
There's a whole bunch. I keep seeing them come up and I want to watch them.
I know. But yeah, so we finished watching that and it was fantastic. Anybody that has Apple TV and hasn't watched it, 1, I'd be surprised, but 2,
you'd be shocked.
Yeah, you should definitely watch it.
Yeah. But the reason I brought that up is because if there'll be one of 2 things, I'll either start my stitching or I'll finish this sock.
Tonight?
Yeah.
You're so fast.
I'm not. I definitely, it's that uninterrupted time that I have that you don't have.
Totally.
That's the hugest difference. And I remember that like forever.
Well, and even I find like, even if I can find those pockets of time during the day, if I'm not in love with knitting, it is not going to be the thing that I choose to do. And now that I have this, I find that I'm clamoring for that time. It's like I need it because I want to work on this, or now I want to finish that sleeve, or.
I know. It's really finding the right projects. That is the key for me. Even with my stitching, like right now, I'm working on some great projects, but I've been working on them for a while. Like I need a new start. I just do.
Yeah, that's kind of how I felt when I started this one. It was just like I needed something fresh.
Yeah, and why not? If it means not doing anything as opposed to a new start.
Right.
New start.
Yeah, I agree.
I also don't believe in working on things that don't make me happy.
It's just so hard to do that. Like I find I can't, like even if I want to, I can't bring myself to do it.
I can't either. Like the whole thing is this is for fun. So we're supposed to be doing what we want to work on.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah. So that's my goal.
I love it.
I know. It's still beautiful out. It's supposed to start storming at noon. It's 1:35. It couldn't be more beautiful.
I'm jealous. I wish it was beautiful out. I think Lily and I are going to try and go. We've been doing like daily runs, which has been really nice.
I know.
So I think we're going to try. Hopefully it doesn't storm here because if it rains is one thing, but thunder and lightning I can't do.
You could always come down and run here.
Well, that's true. I could run to you.
Do you? Oh, you said that like it really could happen.
I know.
Oh, Lordy, someday, someday, someday. Oh, my goodness.
I know. Yeah. We got our family photos taken.
Oh, they're so adorable.
Oh, I love them so much. I wish I had any that I could even share here, but I don't have any. We haven't chosen the ones we want yet, but
they're so beautiful. I also want to do a drawing of Lily at her age.
Yes.
And I keep forgetting, I have a huge gift certificate. I'm going to forget about that to Artorama, which is a great art store online. I think I could go there too. It's somewhere around here, but I'm not doing that. From a very good friend. Oh my gosh. I totally forgot. So I don't know. I'm dying to draw or paint, or what do people do that don't love doing all of this?
I don't know.
Life must be so boring for those people.
Well, a pandemic lockdown must be so boring.
Where honestly, for me, minus all the awfulness of it, it fits my personality really well.
Yeah, same. There's plenty I can do here.
I know. I do love that I can now sneak out and do an errand. That makes me feel more normal. Like today, Joanne Fabrics, it was safer than going to a grocery store. There was no one in there. And it's so huge. Like, I had to buy a ton of floss. Do you know that DMC floss used to be like a dime or a quarter, like, or 5 for $1? 60 cents each.
Wow.
I don't think I've ever, unless I buy it from my local shop, which I'm happy to. If I'm placing another order with them, then I throw it in. I almost fell over. 60 cents.
And can you use coupons on it or no? Is that one of those?
I could have if I was on top of things, but I probably could have gotten a 20% off my order. I wasn't on top of things. I was just in and out.
I just wasn't sure if it was one of, like, I know with Bed Bath & Beyond, there are like exemptions, like certain brands that are exempt. I wasn't sure if DMC maybe was one of those.
I don't think so. As long as it's regular price, if it's a regular price coupon.
Nice.
Yeah, so I really want to go cut that fabric. Could someone come cut it for me so I could start?
I was going to say, go do it.
That's just like winding skein yarn.
Oh.
Took me forever.
That's a big stopping point for me.
I know.
Like,
but what's that?
I think it's going to be huge.
It's gorgeous.
I do love it.
But I am going to now continue dyeing all the Hocus Pocus and continue stocking the shop for as long as I can with the yarn that I have.
I mean, we have a couple weeks. I mean, I don't think it'll be 2 weeks.
I hope it's no more than 2 weeks. I will check every day.
Yeah.
I've never run into this except when I needed mohair once. But it's all the bases I use.
I know.
But okay. I have a lot of cozy toe. I have a lot of DK. I have some worsted. I would like to get some of that dyed up. I also have what do we call it? Slub-a-dub, which these colors would be fantastic on Slub-a-dub.
It'd be so fun.
Feel free. I'm not sure I'll just go ahead and dye them because it's not like our biggest seller. I'd like to have it raw so that when people want a specific color, I can just dye it right then and there. So if there are any of these colorways. I also am considering, because it's our 5th Christmas too.
Yeah.
Is our first Christmas was Elf, if I remember right.
You remember right. That could be so fun. Just resurrect all of our big updates.
Just for this year, because it's our 5th year, right?
Yeah.
So we always do Halloween and Christmas. Do we do it? We don't do any other holiday kind of things.
No.
Elf
No.
could be super fun because I remember Elf, the colorways were really hard because I was a new dyer and I was really struggling with some of those colors, which this time around, I think I could just like do it way better.
Nail it. Yeah. I mean, you nailed it the first time, but really like kind of play around a little bit more.
I don't even remember those colors. I'm gonna have to look them up.
I just remember candy corn, candy. We got pink.
That was a great one.
That was a really good one.
Maybe we'll do that too.
Your father's on the naughty list, which people still to this day
Still buy. That was a terrific colorway, and I would keep that pretty much the same because it was a very male. Well, I think if you're looking for men's colorways, it would fit into it. Not to say that you couldn't, as a woman, love it, but if you're, I know I loved it too. But if you're looking for a very, very like manly color, that was kind of a good one. Yeah, maybe we'll do that.
I love that idea.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I have to go back and look at what I did and see how they would look today because I want them to look different.
Right. You don't have to be exactly the same.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm going to keep dyeing. You should knit while those girls are sleeping. I'm sure Lily's not sleeping.
Nope. And I think I have to go change her diaper, so.
Oh, Lily girl.
Never ends.
Your adorableness is going to keep you alive. So it kept every last one of you alive.
For a little while, at least.
I know. After a while, you see right past it.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know, sometimes.
Not so cute today. Oh, she's just figuring out. She's just figuring out a few things, and she's perfect.
I know. We just need to start figuring out how to figure out them with her.
It'll happen.
Yeah.
It'll happen. It happens in the right time. Usually you can push it for as long as you can take it. And then it's like, okay, now I'll make a change. And that's all. She's just perfect in my eyes. So.
No, that's why I need you closer.
I know. She's right on par.
Right on track with her development for sure.
Right on track. So all is well.
All is well.
No.
Right. Well, I hope you guys are doing really well. Thank you for hanging out with us.
Yes.
And yeah, hopefully we'll be seeing you again probably within the next month, depending on what our scheduling is and how the girls are.
I feel like whenever we have big updates, it's like we try to get on here so you guys don't miss out on anything. But as always, follow us on Instagram because that is where the news happens when new things are coming out.
It's where our big communications happen for sure.
Yeah.
Like if you don't have Instagram, I get it, but maybe just like if you really want to be kept up to date with like what's going on with our shop and things like that. Maybe like a shell account and follow us.
The other option is to follow me on Periscope and join in the mornings because that group always gets the very first look at everything.
Yep.
It's hysterical. They really are. They're like a test group. They know things are happening sometimes before you know things are happening.
I believe it. I feel like that's happened more than once. Yeah.
I know, they do. Like this morning, I was like, should we do an update or should we just put it in the shop? And they were all like, just put it in the shop. And I'm like, okay, I'll go tell Chelsea now.
Yeah, now it's in the shop. It's amazing.
I know. They're an amazing group. I love that group of people. I was going to say women, but there's at least one man that's on almost every day. Who I love so much.
Yeah.
So keep going. Enjoy your summer. I hope you can be out in the sun and fun and go swimming even when it says it's going to rain because again,
beautiful days will pass you by.
The clothes, I could have done 12 loads.
I know, and been all done.
But no, I was waiting for the perfect day. Now tomorrow I will get up and be like, I'm not falling for that today.
Sheets of rain.
It's gonna rain. The minute I go to hang it out, the clouds are gonna come. It's all over. All right, let's keep moving. Don't waste your precious time.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Our show notes are down below in the down bar. And gosh, I forget what else I always say. If you like this podcast, feel free to subscribe so you can be up to date with all of our latest podcasts, or give it a thumbs up to help us gain exposure to the rest of the crafting world.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And like we always say, needles up. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.